we got us another Sunny V2 video. This is how Chandler went from janitor to internet legend. Let's get it.
From Mr. Beast's least important member,
Chandler was actually our janitor,
to a man who's been called Mr. Beast's last hope. Born in Greenville, North Carolina, Chandler met Mr. Beast at a very early age.
We played baseball together since we were 9, like in the same league. We knew of each other.
But the two weren't friends as they had different interests. Jimmy was obsessed with YouTube, while Chandler was obsessed with baseball.
From a kid, I wanted to play Major League Baseball.
By 2018, Chandler was a pitcher at Chowan University, and after a local news station called him Player of the Week, Chandler thought he was on track to become a professional.
You think there's a world where you would have been in the MLB if you kept going?
Yeah, in my head, I didn't think it was far off.
But above Chandler's name on the roster was a much more notable person, Tyler Conklin. Tyler was also a talented baseball player, but his other main focus was helping a growing YouTube channel.
He knew Jimmy very well. Tyler calls me, and he's like, hey, we have a job. This guy just got fired. We need you to be like the replacement. I was like, yeah, I guess I need money.
Despite knowing nothing about the channel,
You had no idea what Mr. Beast was?
No.
Chandler passed the interview by offering to do whatever they needed, although it seems this somewhat backfired when Chandler found out the position he'd gotten.
Chandler was actually our janitor. We brought him
Wait,
on.
what?
Yeah, we brought
No
him
way.
on to just clean and stuff like that.
As the channel's 7th official employee, the job was best described as janitor deluxe.
I was...
Chandler is the only innocent one? Hey, man. Shout out to Chandler, man. I fuck with Chandler. Chandler.
the main cleaner guy, yeah. But I was also doing the jobs of other...
You were janitor
assistants.
deluxe.
Dude, I'm literally doing everything except to be in front of the camera.
Although despite having a pretty small group, Chandler barely said anything.
He was very shy, like super shy. He was so terrified to even talk to me.
Luckily, Chandler instead still had sporting ability, as it substituted his shyness during his first appearance in this iconic upload. The goal of the video was to break basketball records, in which Chandler spoke just 8 basic words. Here's the record and here's where we're doing. Despite his limited dialogue, Chandler broke a record for the world's longest behind the back shot. It's weird to think that Chandler holds a world record. So this is how Chandler joined the crew. Well, kind of.
He cooked that shit though.
Chandler didn't show his face for a year and a half after, only occasionally being heard behind the camera.
I feel like a baby would be kind of waterproof anyway.
Yeah.
That would be until this video here, when Chandler became a Mr. Beast contestant purely because they had no one else.
What made them decide to put you in?
There was uneven people. You cut a circle into 4s, and they just only had 3.
They had 3 people and they were like, who do we grab? They're looking around and you were just there.
As mentioned, the challenge featured a circle cut into 4 quarters, and the last person to leave won $10,000. Each contestant had a $100 budget, through which Chandler became likable, but only because he was also kind of stupid. While Chris, Tyler, and Garrett spent their $100 on tents and beds, Chandler instead simply bought a camping chair.
Chandler, that was the poorest decision ever. I'm talking about buying a fucking chair.
Spending the rest of his money on snacks.
Yeah, Mikey with the
spent
sub.
like $6 on food
Appreciate you,
roll-up
Square.
and $5 on his chair.
Oreos, that's gonna help me survive.
Hey, I got beef jerky too.
Garrett mattress, Chris tent, Tyler tent, Chandler gushers.
What did your money go to, man?
I got gushers.
Chandler was therefore ready to leave instantly.
So Chandler said he really doesn't kind of want to do this anymore?
Chandler's now trying to sell off his snacks. $30 a snack, he says.
What's so crazy is like, wasn't there a point in time where niggas was trying to just get Chandler to win a challenge? Like, cause he would just give up. I think there was a point in time where like it was heavily focused on Chandler actually just beating a challenge.
Like he's a freaking airplane.
Yet he managed to outlast both Chris and Garrett whilst delivering some stupid but funny lines. Chandler eventually lost to Tyler after 36 hours, but with comments like "I wanted Chandler to win" and "Chandler in more videos," people demanded that he return.
Yeah, people really liked him. And
Oh, wow.
And Chandler all of a sudden just starts popping in more and more videos, and people are like, we like Chandler. We like Chandler.
He'd therefore bring his one-liners to the very next challenge.
Can I throw my poop this time?
Sure, actually. Go ahead.
Although after again losing, something became obvious. Chandler was terrible at winning these challenges, so much they introduced his family just to help him win.
Since Chandler lost the last two, his dad came to show Chandler how it's done.
Chandler's dad Todd became a regular in the videos, also being Chandler's lifeline whenever he needed help.
So Chandler's dad said if he felt like not doing it, then give him a call and he'd motivate him.
Which turned into random contestants also using Todd's advice.
I'm feeling great, but I think we should call your dad.
Yeah, you need some support.
I need some support.
Todd's description further suggested Chandler came from a Christian household, and that Chandler was part of a very big family, most of whom featured in Last to Leave Ramen Noodle Pool wins $20,000.
This episode is a little different because it's all Chandler's family. Those are his sisters, this is his brother.
As a gimmick, Chandler's brother Zach became a member of Mr. Bro, winning way more challenges than Chandler ever could. In fact, more than a year had passed since Chandler was first hired, and he still hadn't
Hasn't
won
won a
even
challenge.
one single challenge.
He's competed in all of these challenges you see on the screen, and he lost every single one of them.
Memes began to spread about Chandler failing to win.
Mr. Beast, don't cry and you'll win 100,000. Chandler. Nah, that's actually hilarious.
When
Chandler drops out of the challenges, you're in the end game now.
Even our fridge can make fun of Chandler. Look, Chandler trying to win a challenge. Losing on purpose so we can make memes out of him.
although it turns out this was gold for the Mr. Beast channel.
This
Mr.
guy is
Beast
for
gaining
sure.
a lot of traction at the same time as these challenges taking off, as the same time as Chandler joining the crew. Now all of a sudden, challenges is kind of, Mr. Beast never did challenges. For a little bit, that's kind of all it was.
As mentioned by Carl, Chandler being in the videos came with a massive increase in Mr. Beast viewership as challenges became the channel's main focus. Still, Jimmy offered extra incentives to help Chandler win.
If he wins this one, he gets 50 grand. Everyone else only gets 20 grand. Because like
Zeus has beef with you, bruh. Something.
Chandler never wins.
Leading to his first ever victory 13 months after starting.
What are you gonna buy with all this money?
I don't know. I've never had this much before.
Chandler then won the next challenge, and another after that, before he'd face a serious problem. Chandler was still just a part-time employee, as professional baseball was still the main dream. That would be until Jimmy gave him an ultimatum.
They were like, hey, we don't need part-time people anymore. Either you are full-time or you go back to college. And I was like, oh, shoot. So I had to make a decision to either just kill my dream and go work for Mr. Beast, which I did.
Chandler therefore announced that he'd dropped out of college, which turned out to be his smartest choice, as exactly 1 year later he'd win the private island. Chandler went on to sell it for roughly $800,000.
Damn.
Only reason I couldn't keep the island, guys, is because of taxes. The government will make you pay taxes on something you could get for free. And I didn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to pay on taxes.
Although despite the impressive windfall, people noticed he was appearing in the content less frequently. Is Chandler doing okay? He looked sick in the latest hide and seek video, and he seems to be less and less a part of any of the content. Did he go through something personal, or is he just not as interested in the channel? I've noticed that too. I don't know if it's a personal issue, or it's cause of the dynamic of the group. A different post read, after seeing less and less of an appearance of Chandler and more of Carl, I start to think that maybe Chandler is either leaving, or he's just not good enough. At around the same time, Chandler supposedly uploaded a video titled Why I Left Mr. Beast Videos, which explained, I've left the Mr. Beast team due to complications with content policy. I had a great time making videos with everyone, and I would like to share some of my favorite
I
moments
remember
from the
this.
channel, although this was totally fake. On the other hand, people began to clickbait that Chandler had gotten fired.
So Chandler from Mr. Beast has allegedly been
Nasty
fired for
clickbait.
selling the private island that Mr. Beast gifted to him. Watch to the end, this is crazy.
Although
Watch
the
to the
reality
end,
was
this is
much more
crazy.
depressing. Chandler had sadly died. YouTube star and associate of Mr. Beast, Chandler Hallow, shot dead whilst filming stunt for video. The article featured a picture of Chandler just a few weeks before his death, and was supposedly written by Mark Savage, who was certainly surprised to see it. This is totally fake. I never wrote such a story, although Chandler then confirmed the headline was true, tweeting, "Just found out I died." So So when I saw you last night, it must have been a ghost. Obviously,
Just
Chandler
found
had
out I
died,
died.
as only 4 months later he'd announced he'd gotten married, although
Oh,
this
he
had
did?
come with its own bit of drama. The photos had everyone from Mr. Beast's crew, except for perhaps the most notable person. Why didn't Mr. Beast come to Chandler's wedding? A video talking about the drama gained 11 million views.
Chandler from Mr. Beast got married, but Mr. Beast himself did not appear at his friend's wedding.
Until Mr. Beast himself addressed why he couldn't come. Adorable wish I didn't get sick. Judging by other comments such as, my life wish is to be the same kind of man that Chandler is, getting married only made him more respected, bolstered by something else that Chandler started doing. After 1 full year with 0 TikTok uploads, Chandler posted the following video.
Recently, the Lord has put it on my heart to start sharing, some of the things that I've learned, and I'm gonna start doing daily verses.
As mentioned, he planned on reading daily Bible verses, many of which have gone extremely viral. This genuinely takes so much courage to do in your position. W. Chandler. Even
Shout out
those who are
Chandler, man.
religious seem to love what Chandler's doing. However, there's another type of comment that's rampant through his videos. Why aren't you on Mr. Beast anymore? Why did Chandler leave Mr. Beast? Did he leave Mr. Beast or not? Which is being repeated in many viral videos. Chandler quitting Mr. Beast? Where is Chandler from Mr. Beast? Chandler officially quits Mr. Beast team. The videos talk about Chandler in this video here, during which Chandler seems extremely bored while filming and ends up leaving the challenge before it's even finished.
Where has he been and what is he doing?
He definitely hasn't left the crew, as he only just featured in the world's deadliest obstacle course, but people are definitely noticing that he's appearing less frequently.
My thing is, here's my thing. My thing is a thing. I don't know. Now, real shit though. Like, y'all, I think some people are dragging it. I think some people are dragging it and trying to just make Chandler not being in the videos as much competition. As much competition, as much what's the name as possible. Not being in the challenges or being in the videos. They want to make it as much content as possible. But like, you don't know, and trying to assume you know, and clickbaiting Chandler being, not in the videos is actually absurd, bro. Like, just relax, bro. This is low key, like, I love YouTube, but I hate YouTube, because niggas want to be the first person on a story without actual facts, bro. They'll drop something, they'll report something, and don't know a thing about it just because it's currently trending. And that's the problem. People like, oh, Chandler's dropping Bible verses, he's done with Mr. Beast. Just because he wants to say Bible verses on TikTok don't mean he don't want to work with Mr. Beast. Like, people are just so willing to spread misinformation, it's crazy.